Hello, everybody, and I'm back. So, what are we doing? We're getting database errors, which is interesting. Did I change? Okay, first of all, we do not need this second database, which I thought we might need. Just do it like this. And we get an error in InventDB. Yeah, I guess we can just delete, even though it's a fun name. Use contracts. We need to delete InventDB here and here. And also in contracts with X, which was not even used. And in contracts with S again. In number 37. Number 37. In DB is not defined. Wait. Interesting. But I still get, oh yeah, I do not get the correct store now because I because I did not, because I did not Alright, this is by the way correct, but we need the I.R.L link, exactly. We do not have the I.R.L links, which I think I finished the label. There was one important thing. I think I turned all the labels into the object instead of just being a string. And now what we need to do, what we used to call I.R.L link. Now I cannot do, I can, I guess. We call I.R.L link 2 just for a second. Yes, I want this so bad. Except in here we quickly rename this to I.R.L link, so there's not even a change. Yeah, give me a second. And then we can call the links, which will be quite a lot, 328 results. Why? Integrity. Why is this link? No. I want to exclude these. How do I do this? Just like this? Not sure. I hope this doesn't change anything in the package now. Okay, the link with I.R.L link. Replace all fields right. Okay. So now those are all called I.R. links, but we also, you know what, we use this opportunity to say that the store that we do here, this is the I.R. link for the store. Which looks just a little bit silly. By the way, this character is called the dub. Sounds way better than colon, and it's a little bit shorter as well. So since we're gonna say those, interesting. We get some more errors. Yeah, that's fine. And I guess we can. I mean, we don't really need to. By the way, I guess this the better link for this, like here, would be beacons.birdlangs/indo. That would be the better I.R. link than what I did before. And not always starting with, but most of the time. We start with the dub. Yeah. Dub beacons.birdlang/insta. And then we could, oh, by the way, the current is never an array, that would be the nest. And then like the current, or also with a Q. Maybe what makes sense here would be like, we do not really need to type this, but current dub beacons, yeah. No, we already have this in the current. What would even make more sense? That's not important. It's a little bit important, I guess, right? Or should this be the indo? You know what, maybe it should be the indo. Yeah, you know what, I was mistaken. Let's say it's the insta.beacons.birdlangs/current. That's the I.R. link for that object, for that nested object. But this is pretty conceptual, and we do not even need to change that for every insta or indo. I just do it here because it's open. I mean, I guess once we have it open, we can add an I.R. link in here. indo.birds.birdlangs, and we end with a slash. That means that we have nested objects inside the objects we are writing the I.R. link for, which is a use case for ending with slash or not ending with slash I could think of, because that it doesn't make a difference in URLs shouldn't mean that we cannot come up with at least some difference in I.R.L links. Okay. Yeah, that's a good convention. Yeah, let's also add I.R.L link here. Oh, but what is interesting, because this just needs to say birdlangs and not have. Oh, by the way, I guess then the convention should be even better to say that the ref doesn't even have an insta, and it's just tricks.birdlangs, because we do the same for, and then maybe we do not have a slash. And that's a convention, and we don't do a slash when we do not even have a DMP, because then it's pretty much implied that we have nested objects, which should be the DNPs. Otherwise it would be an object with no deeper nesting, which then would not warrant having its own I.R.L link. This makes sense, by the way. It does. It really does. Yeah. So that needs to stay. Otherwise, it is not an I.R.L link, but a ZEL, which I have not talked about yet during these streams, but I have written quite a bit. That's only one document out of out of 9 like these. So we have around 900 pages on the I.R.L, and the word ZEL gets mentioned 68 times in these. And we comp those. Comp, by the way, is a portmanteau out of a lot of words, but let's say compartmentalize and partition. It's not really a portmanteau, because comp is just short for compartmentalize, but it combines the ideas of partitioning and compartmentalizing, which is a terrible fucking word for a pretty nice domain. So we just shorten it to comp. And the result of a comp is either a height, which is hierarchy chain, or a care, C-A-I-R-E, for comparison, a little bit like comparisons. If we comp an idea into different subcategories who are on the same level, different to a height, where we comp an idea into a hierarchy of scale, I believe, which is more effective, by the way, than just doing a care. But both are good. Both are very effective and making you smile and stuff, you know. Okay, tricks are, but now, we do not have, you know what? You just say that it's the Indo and the Insta. Because otherwise we wouldn't know. And that's fine, by the way, because that is actually fine. But here we need the I.R.L link to find the object. We just remove the dub and the dot from when we fetch, or Oh, by the way, we do not even need, because in contracts we just sorry. In contracts we just say that here, this is how we get the store object. And here we just feed it the normal name, which can stay. So but no, it cannot, by the way. This is what needs to change. This is important because we don't have a label anymore. We do have a label, but I mean, I guess we can also add a label, by the way. Yeah, that is correct. Oh, fuck. And we just need this. Yeah. But I guess the I.R. link for this is UI? No, by the way. No. UI dub birdlangs. And then here, or we just do it like that this says that this is the domain, which might look a little bit random what I'm doing, but I'm not. I'm thinking in my head about like what this actually represents, those hooks, and for soon when we don't have to write hooks, but we just have the setup here to know that the other objects we create dynamically, which all go in this store, invents with a C, which is great why we only have all these other stores only having one object, being just one object. So this means this store can have multiple objects, but those objects operate under the same principle as the ones we have a hook for, and we created our own indexing system that I think will be very, very efficient in storing and retrieving and indexing and querying data. And why I did a dot before was to say that it's a model, but I think this alone can say, okay, okay, we go with doesn't exist. Let's go a little less descriptive without using example, because it is an example. So just using the word example is very lazy to me. So, and the way better thing, but still very lazy, is just seeing, then trying to come up with an actual example and seeing like an energy drink and going, okay, energy drink. It's just also very lazy. We can do better than this and think, okay, what kind of data, let's say vacation, for vacation images, whatever. This would be if you can read this. So dub vacation, it would be the vacation model. Vacation dub would be the DNP. And vacation dot dub vacation dub, this will be the vacation domain. And vacation, let's let's say Mauritius.vacation would be Mauritius.vacation would be the Mauritius domain inside the vacation model, and then Mauritius.vacation would be the Mauritius DNP inside the vacation model. Mauritius vacation dot would reference the Mauritius DNP in relation plus, just say plus the vacation domain. So this way we can reference, I forget, no I didn't. So yeah, these are all the possible combinations, which yeah, and I guess, and then this Mauritius vacation slash dots slash dodos, because they once roamed Mauritius before they were exterminated, because they were too friendly, which is sad. They had no natural predators. So they say they were stupid, but that's even sadder to say that just because they had no natural predators and didn't know fear, that they were stupid. There's such a negative outlook on things. What I'm writing here is Mauritius.vacation/dodos is interesting, and I did not think of that use case before. I didn't just, now I wrote it, because DNS needs a DNP, and here we do not have one. It is either an invalid I.R.L link, or I think I will use case later. Dodos Mauritius.vacation is the Dodos DNP of the Mauritius domain in connection to the vacation model. All right. Let's store this, writing in how I often do it. No, I don't keep, and I guess I can, 51 results. Replace it with nothing. With nothing. All right. Does this work? It doesn't work. No, it does not work. Yep, all right. So, and we need the I.R.L link. Oh, interesting. This is still where I thought it would make sense to give these multiple I.R.L links, which was a terrible idea. And by the way, I hope I still have the, no, I do not. Cold, cold heart, done by you. I mean, states is correct, I just need the empty one for the copy. So, this won't take this long, I'm just gonna do the 20 base hooks because that's important, so I can actually import the object and recreate the object because I started a new database. Yeah, that's dub browsers. Yeah. So instead of going www. We just go dub browsers. We save so many cells, and by saying cells, we save 2 syllables, and we just shorten the word syllable, which has too many of its own kind, to just cells, which is free. And this takes this really, and I believe in this very much, that when you shorten words, short words are much better, 2 syllables is fine as well, than longer words, because they take longer to pronounce and also longer to think. And if you only think in 1 syllable words, 1 syll words, you can get more, you can articulate your thoughts in your brain faster. And I think articulated thoughts make for, and this is pure speculation by the way, I did not do any empirical studies on this yet, but it makes sense. And this needs to be checked, I might be wrong, that this actually strengthens the connections in your brain when you spend just a little bit more effort articulating your thoughts instead of just having this feeling flow of going from one felt, which is a little more than feeling. You get like the concepts, but you do not put them into words, but logically they make enough sense and you move from one thing to the next. But by articulating words, which once again is too long of a word, and we might need a Cody for this, articulating, you have, I think you make stronger connections, and also it's easier to catch, and I say because I think it's pompous, but it's like you catch logical fallacies easier in your thought process. Which is not always like the whole logical fallacy thing, which I can keep talking while I make myself another cigarette. Which I was like a huge fan of in my 20s. I thought, oh, that's so great. A little rigid. And the thing is, just because you have like a logical fallacy or two in your arguments, it doesn't completely invalidate the whole argument. It's a gradient. And all these lower sides debating style thing that kind of kills a bit of creativity. And I think it's okay to have like a couple of logical flaws in your thoughts, but it's good when you're aware of them, because those, you can just willfully accept those because they like bridge the gap to, let's say, a higher plane. Sounds very esoteric, but I don't mean it like this. Let's say a higher tier of thoughts where you can operate in, and then you can retcon your logical fallacies when you discover something on that higher tier to make a retrofit and make it sound. Logically sound, which I think we do not have a word for in German for that sound, logically sound. But we might, but I won't look this up, because that's also another thing which is just so fucking terrible nowadays. Just everything just gets looked up right away. I don't like it. And I guess this is just the Indo. No, that is the UI, the books, and the label is UI. And here we just need to add the dub to the store, which we call I.R.L, I guess. And oops. And let's give them also a label attribute. And the label is just books. Oh no, or the label states. I guess the label is states. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, let's go through Obedos needs. Oh look, I don't have that much yet for Obedos. And also, first let me rearrange this a bit. Obedos will become extremely important in a couple from corners from here in the next casino. let's say is very important in the nearest casino, which is not in this casino. I.R.L is UI radars, and the label is this UI. And what is important here is, I mean, when we do the boilerplate, I guess. Oh, but then actually when we want to prepare those to be dynamic, then we also want all of these. Okay, by the way, funds actually makes sense and laces makes double sense, because this is where we have all the aces of the nested objects are called aces, which is a plural in the I.R.L of ace. Ace, one ace, two or more aces, which are these, which, by the way, we wouldn't even need those names. It is kind of funny, right? Because no, wait, we do need those names, actually. Oh, that is interesting, because when we do them dynamically, but I think we can, but they are just not indexed then. But this isn't even that important, because we're doing the indexing ourselves. Inside IndexedDB, we index our structure. Well, I'm thinking about when we have multiple objects in our invents store, which will be the only store which have these multiple objects, that here obviously we do not have but it's not illegal to just create objects with extra properties that are not indexed. This still works. And we just need the first one, the I.R.L to reference that, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. But what we can do is use the funds, just so we can do a little search and replace. We actually do not replace the funds, we just add a new property to it, the brand. And the brand holds the logo and the slogan, and one more property, which is the rights. Oh, by the way, brands and rights. Oh, by the way, we can actually do this with an S, because it's not a nested hook. I mean, brands and rights is a nested hook, but yeah, that actually makes sense to call the generic properties with a normal S. Brands and rights. Or we just leave it because we don't need it. Yeah, we basically, when I think about it, all we actually need is the I.R.L as a property. Because everything else, I don't know, do I? I mean, yes, I guess it makes sense for when you do the querying with like IndexedDB. There's something internal that uses those index properties. But I think like how we do it will be fine as well. And the good thing is, like, I think invents will have extremely a lot, a lot of oh, but this actually makes sense to remove these and just have it have an IR link as a show of concept what I mean. Because as you can also see, this is the only hook that is in plural 2 with a C at the end as a plural marker, not the S. One of these store objects. Yeah, just as a concept, we say that this only has an IR link. It needs to have an IR link. Or is the point of these that they need to have all of these, by the way? Which would be interesting. I mean, I'm not sure if this is true. I don't think so, actually. But maybe. That's a good question. That those are mandatory to have those properties and others aren't. Yeah, and then what is mandatory? I mean, we could just treat it that, I'm still not sure that this is true, that the objects all need to have these, that they need, store objects need to have an IR link and a label. And aces. Yeah, those are the three which are the sub. Or, but then we could, because they represent an entire store, we could even go further and say that this is the nesting. Stores, that's actually interesting to think about. That an object represents an entire, not even one store, but multiple nested stores. So even though this is the one that holds more objects than one, the objects themselves are more or have the potential to be more complex than the one object per store brothers. Because each object represents a whole new store, but then we do not need the store, or it represents a whole database, we could even say, which is fun to think about. Yeah, let's do it like this. Let's go crazy. So we have the stores and the aces. And one object, one invents object, has why is this overkill? Yeah, you know what, this is overkill, because this would mean that, I mean, no, that is not, actually this isn't overkill. Because this would be then the DB layer, in quotes, would be the model, the model layer, and then we have the domain layer, which is the store, and the ACES layer, which would be the DMP. Yeah, this actually is not overkill. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. And obviously we have the DNSs, but they are just basically the building blocks of the DMPs. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So those are important. And spare, by the way, we can almost include it. And I guess also funds, but no, this, or do we need funds to say what operations actually, so this is also the funds, which to know those, that these are functions, which can be, oh, yeah, funds is just the word, I mean, we cannot say it's a word for birdlang functions when it's JavaScript functions in all of these. Maybe we need but it's functions in every language, by the way. We say it's function, they don't have a different word for different programming languages. And it's also already a little bit different, so we just have funds. Yeah, okay, that's enough with the philosophy. So let's do this to also show that's not even that important. Just the I.R.L link is the only important thing, it feels like. To have the ID, the key. Label, funds, brand, current, nest, which is always an array, and the items of an array are the X with double Q, E, Q, Q, X. Yeah. Right. Okay, I have betas, I have books, I already changed this, right? Browsers, I think I also changed to browsers, that's important. And then, you know what, let's just say this is the I.R.L link, and Codis doesn't even have, oh, it's because we do this in contracts. But still, we actually, why did this work? Because it doesn't have a label, which now makes me question everything I just said. Or just work because we didn't use it yet. And it didn't find anything. Interesting. No, whatever. I mean, okay, and the dice. Change this to I.R.L link, and this is the I.R.L link. Dice. Same with the drives. Where do we have this? Instead of store. Oh no, the property was called store and not label. My bad. It was called label before I changed it to store. And the I.R.L links is the drives. And the same with the dice. I.R.L with the dines. Okay. I.R. link is dub Generis. Sorry. And by the way, when we just say Indos dub, then we are referencing all Indos, which is very cool to think about. Function store. What's the H? I.R. link is dub invents. Mares, which by the way we might even delete later. I was just, it's not just link. I was using the index DB or better Dexy to quickly, or not quickly, it took a couple of hours or a whole day, when I have a free, a very big one that deserves its own store, I guess. I just created them like to comp my ideas into this didn't have, or did I just delete it? Never mind. Yeah, into my triple D M system, my DNS DMP domain model system. So I still have that in the back of my head. By the way, that's also a height, by the way. I comp that into a height, which is like the best example for what a height is. Like those are chairs, the aces are chairs, they are on the same level. But maybes encompasses all of these frees, which is funny that I just go over it, and one is called use frees, but with it has also, oh, this is pretty old, it still has the shortened versions. It takes the shortened versions of the of all the hooks, which I had for a hot second. Trace the ignited fabrics. They also need I.R. link, which is fabric. Oh, by the way, let's oh, did I change I.R.L? No, I didn't change. Oh, by the way, now this makes me, what I'm writing here makes me think that those stores actually could need an I.R. link that end in like JavaScript, by the way, or code, or React, because they are hard-coded. Yeah, that's, yeah. Dot React. Yeah, let me go up again. Oh, wait. So the store is actually the domain, and the model could be .react. And then we know if we are in the React model, we are working in React is actually a good catchword here, because then we know that we have actual use states available, which can trigger UI changes. If we are on I.R.L that has a model which is React, yeah, that sounds very practical, like useful. I'm gonna go pee. Right. Okay. And the label. I guess the label states fun, brand, current, nest, and here the laces, which is the most important one. Oh no, that's not the most important one. The actual names are the most important ones. But now this makes me think I should even, no, we do not need to nest them. In unis, indo equals in unis dot indo, and in unis, the insta is in unis dot insta. Okay. why did I start the sentence with what is the most important is that, and then now I come back from peeing and I forgot what the most important was. Oh, hi Leon. I'm sorry, I didn't check the chat I had. Now, if you're still around, I am coding. Right now I'm talking and writing. Yeah, and conceptualizing some more, or refining the concepts of the data structure. All right. Yes, I do have a channel. Hi, Leon. Ah, yeah. A childhood friend of mine is called Leon. Leon is the German. Are you Mo? Are you the one that joined the Discord? Oh no, that was 10 hours ago. Ask me, are you okay, man? Which is weird to ask. Wait, I'm currently just writing something. And before I went to the toilet, I started the sentence with what is the most important is that, and then I stopped to go to the toilet, and I come back and I forgot what the most important thing is. It's kind of funny. So let's just strike this and say, yeah, actually, what I am doing right now is I'm breaking a lot of coding principles, like what is considered best practice. So if you watch this probably will be a pretty bad influence. Or not, or it's a great influence. So, but give me a second, I need to finish putting my thoughts into words. That is good advice. What you hear, this is what is my current attention. What you can see here is I was just refactoring. I mean, if you're just starting to code, refactoring is when you go into your project and change the logic a little bit, but just the structure of it, not the actual logic, but how it is structured, which is pretty boring, and it doesn't add anything new to the code, but you often do it because you think the other structure is like more organized. This is what I'm doing right now. But I was doing this before I laid down earlier, and I took a quick pause to write an idea down I was having before, but articulating it on Kimi, which I never used before. And then I continued, and Kimi was working for like 8 minutes, and then it produced a working first app for this idea, which is basically this. What you can see here, and you can export what you draw in here as PNG or as a write, which is just a custom file ending, which was just created for this. And you can use this to quickly draw anything you want really onto the screen, and then save it as a PNG and also as a write file. And I will use this to replace emojis. This is just the first implementation of what the AI did with this. And this is what I will do next after I've done refactoring, which will be in like half an hour. I will put what the LLM produced here into my project. Yep, that's a plan. But for this, I actually need some LLM help, because I mean he went with my idea to have those be produced with on enter and on leave events. All those little elements here. I don't know how far you are into coding or if you've done any React, but those are React UI elements that all have on enter and on leave events, and on enter they just change the background, and this is not feasible. You already see it here that you have a slight lag when going too fast. It doesn't catch every on enter event, and yeah, it's just too many elements that needs to get rendered. So what we will do for the project, we do this with just a simple bitmap, but simple I put in quotes before because I've never done anything with bitmaps before. And this is why I will have some LLM help to incorporate into the project. Yeah, and then those images get stored, and you can then, the goal is, which will work definitely, to create little emojis with them. So you're not reliant on the emojis that are provided with Unicode. We can make our own, and we can also make GIFs with that pretty easily, I think. Yeah, but now I need to finish what I'm writing here. How far are you with your learning to code? And what's the first language that you chose? It's probably someone will one day make like a personality test out of what the first language was that someone chose to start coding. I think I chose Python, but quickly changed to Kotlin, which is basically like Java, but what Google uses inside Android Studio for the last couple of years as their preferred language to write Android apps. Okay. One second. Where do I have this? This will be too small, so I should maybe say out loud what I'm typing. So the last lines where we almost can store any data arbitrarily in them, and in brackets not yet, but soon. So let's say hs.browsers.react/indo/blinky is a nested hs hook, and in brackets, and all nested hooks have a use state that has an object which I call the indo, which stands for index object, and /blinky is just a property we can newly set for them or inside it. Hooks, and I guess the beaks. Where do I have the where do I have the enclosings for I.R.L? Here. Uh, um, I mistyped. Well, that goes to show that we really do not need um, right. Okay. Or like, not always, but sometimes I like the gaslighting of the LLMs. It's very soothing that everything you write is genius. But this is good. It just doesn't have to be genius, it's good. I actually prefer good over genius. Genius is so opinionated, but good is very like hands-on. It's useful, and useful is always good. Like being useful, creating something useful, useful is very high in my tier or tier. Is it tier or tier, by the way? How do you pronounce this word? Of ads, which are adjectives or adverbs. Good. I guess it's an adjective, right? Not an adverb. Wait, I run good. No, that would be an adverb. Is it both? Well, yeah. Useful, or it's I am useful, that would be an adjective. I run usefully. That would be the adverb. Yeah, but for good, it's both, right? Oh well, who cares? I do. Oh, TMP he has as data name pointer, but it's dynamic next particle. Oh, wow. It's the difference between asking for the map of a city versus asking for the mayor's office. It's, it's a little much, dude. Shit. Yeah, but this is actually why I do have like many I.R. links. Like the potential weakness. I was thinking about this as well, but it's not really that when we just change one property, we need to change one entire giant object. But I don't think it's that bad actually, because we do not have that many, and how giant are they? They have like, even if they have 100 nested objects as properties, is it really massive nowadays? When was this ever massive? And we have like just 20 of them. Hi, Rohit. I'm just, for the next minute, I'm just reading what Gemini has to say about what I just wrote to it. I was just refining the concept a little bit more. And right now I'm reading The Gaslighting of Gemini. What's a federated system in this context, by the way? I guess it's like a federal system. Is there a difference between federated system and federal system? I think it's partitioning, it's like federation. It's like a get-together of states. I know they're like federal states of entities, I would think. Federated, I never read this adjective before, federated. You're storing entire databases as data, well, data brains now, not databases, data brains, which is actually fun because it's both DB in short, but it's not really a database as it's one single object. Yeah. Yep, that is correct. What he describes here, go to the, when we have the I.R.L dub in unis.bedos, go to the invent store, find the object who owns I.R.L bedos or dub bedos, and within that object navigate to the in unis property. That's exactly how this will work. I've never heard of the city Maharashtra before, but I'm sure it has like a population of 3 million. Maybe not 3, but it's over 1 million, right? Like a lot of your cities. Do you know how many cities exceed 1 million inhabitants in India? How many cities you got? Oh, a couple of questions Gemini has. Immutability and state. How do you plan to handle updates to the single object stores for React hooks? Are you using an immutability helper library? Like I.R.L, I don't even know what that is. To make deep updates cleaner on deep cloning, I think. I don't know yet. Cloning. Yeah, we need cloning. That's a good. What does it even mean to make deep updates cleaner? I don't know what this means. What's a dirty update compared to a clean one? I guess I have to ask this to Gemini, which I will in a second after I make another cigarette. And I will definitely not use an external library for this system. But let's be open to it. By the way, I.R.L sounds German, but I.R.L is German for always, just like Zustand, which is
state management tool, which I used in earlier projects. I really don't know why anymore, because it's pretty easy to not having to use this. It's just like, almost feels like an unnecessary layer, but I know that I did use it. So I'm writing that, let me start with a couple of counter questions about your first question. And then, yeah, goodbye, Rohit. See you tomorrow. What is IMA? What does it do? What would the benefits be of using it? And when you say to make deep updates cleaner, in quotes, what would the dirty update look like compared to a clean one? Good night. Yeah, I just slept for like 2 hours. So I will go through the night. Where do I have the here, the spare. Uh, yeah, I mean, okay. Oh, by the way, this really looks good. Oh, that immer really, it doesn't, that looks actually pretty decent for saving some code, because this is actually annoying to destructure this many nested fields. But what I do, I just destructure the entire object once and then just do it with dot operations. Oh yeah, it's put on right. Sorry that I'm reading so much and doing so little action, but this is important. Now Gemini explains to me what an index is. It's just kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, we write our own querying layer for our I.R.L architecture.
Is that even right? I think so. slightly better posture. Look a little cleaner now that my hair is cut. That's the first haircut in, I don't even know, probably 4 months. Yeah, probably, at least, maybe even 5. Yeah, I wanted to check the Unicode's special characters. Ooh, do. Another cigarette. Wait, before I check. Oh no, let me check first and then. Hyphens and dash punctuation. What would be. Oh, but I need to be a little bit careful because I already have some dots. Mongolian 4 dot, oh that's a good one, and I think I do not even have this 3 dot punctuation. Oh, that's by the way pretty interesting. And the tricolon could be domain. Oh, we also have okay, let me check really quick. First, no, let me. Both? No, we still have a lot of errors. Birdlangs dot, yeah, we need to add the birdlangs dot react I.R. link. This is important. We have this in here, and the store key, this can get removed. I.R. link, interesting. Browsers.react, yes. I.R. link codies.react. Dice.react. I.R. link strives.react. Dines.react. Aims.react. Dubgeneries.react. Dubinvents.react. Dubmares.react. Dubmavis.react. Sound like broken record. Or boring record. It's not broken, it's not repeating. Fabrics.react. Wilds.stores. Yeah, this has actually the right idea. Wilds.react. We change this to I.R. link. Dubsins.react. Spots. I.R. link. The I.R. link 2 I need to change in a second. Depspots.react. Very important. Store I.R. link dub1s.react. And the ints has the I.R. link ints.react. Okay. And then the I.R. link 2 I replace with link. Replace 61 times. Yep. So why does it have so many arrows, by the way? Use freeze. Why is use freeze all of a sudden no longer? Use links. Yeah. Use I.R.L links. Which is a little bit annoying. Use links. But I just need to rename this just something for 1 second, and then rename this to use I.R.L links. And then this to use links. Okay. And now let's see, why is use freeze no longer? It's because I changed it to C. To C, to C, to C, to C. Oh, this also, this goes to show oh, it's no longer soleware. I need to remember this. It's now dineware. What used to be soleware is now dineware, because we do not have a soul, but we are dines. We have a mind and a mine. Speaking words of wisdom. Oh, that's... oh no, we can actually check if this works again. I hope that will be cool. What song? Do I even want to listen to a song right now? No, let's not. I changed my mind. Versities, dinewares, labs, dinewares. Dineware. Wilds cannot. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Use use I.R.L linkages, I guess. That actually use linkages, use I.R.L linkages, yeah. Use I.R.L linkages. Sounds less good than use linkage, but we need to be a little consistent, use IR linkages. Oh, and also change. Yeah. Use IR linkages, right? And then here use IR linkages. Oops. Use IR linkages now. And this we can remove. Only two left. Spots. Use links. Now that's use IR links from use IR links and use links, just capitalize it. Use IR links. That seems right. And only the browsers left is where I can resolve IR linkage. Where? See this? Oh, here once again. In browsers. What? Oh, in browser.jsx. In browser. Use we need to change this. We need to rename this to IR linkage. Yeah, now we can do it. Give it a second. Cannot resolve IR link. Why does it even have? That's weird. Okay, and now it loads again. Yep. And we can quickly check. Wait, how do we do this? In the link and use links. Wait, this doesn't do anything, by the way. Interesting. Just for 1 second, we can check www.firstwhile.com. Let's see if this works, right? It needs oh, this actually Oops. Did I accidentally? Huh? But I'm pretty sure that there are actual characters that do not need let's check the Armenian full stop. No. 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 Ah. Wait, but first, let me check this console log. Where it is, or Windows location. Why? Reaching roots of wisdom, let it be. Well, I left a lot of light from my pizza before I went to sleep. Um, did I? Once again. The space with this. Gonna replace the DOM. The DOM with this character, and then we replace, oh no wait, the DOM with this. The DOM is this character. Place the trail with this character. Okay, and then we do console log normalized ist gleich normalized trail. Oh, what? Oh. The I.R.L link, which isn't up to date anymore. We need to change quite a bit. No. No, it doesn't work. Oh wait, this does work. This is curious. Wait. Why? Okay, this didn't work. Firstwire.com. Oh, this did work. But Wait, why did this? The only problem is it seems to only do it for the first one. Is it like replace all? Replace all occurrences in a string JS. Oh, it is replace all. At least I just read replace all, and this triggered me to do it like this. So good that this works. Yeah. And now let's already make bird characters. Whew. Wait, what? This use tricks I need. Yeah, this from the refactoring yesterday. Times of trouble, Brother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Use tricks. 39. Cannot read of undefined beacon because why? Instead of current or beacon. What is happening? Oh, I guess I need X to update instead of current. Oh no, the stores. Oh yeah, no. Oh, I actually do not even need this. The thing is, the stores, I need to change the stores. That is the problem. The quick logic, how I get the stores, is what I need to change. Because this has changed. In C.start. And the aces I need, so let's go with, no, here in contracts, that is important. Wait, where's my aces? INDB.aces. Ah, that's the same. INDB, and here I just do this. Oh, the label, right? Yeah, and do a thing like this and react. And I think that this actually will work. To array is undefined. Why? Use INDB. Console log, store is store. Let's hope. Okay, first, I do not need this anymore. Nah, Jesus, because of this stupid lag. And this. And this also needs changing soon. Okay, wait, geez, give me books react, since react. Why? Oh! No, yeah. We need the object. You know what, actually, it doesn't even matter. Yeah. Wait, this is weird. The store is the same. Yeah, I'm just thinking. I was wrong. We just do the label and then it gets the name of the store isn't the name of the object. So it probably was. Wait. But is it in here the problem? well, we get the entire store, then it doesn't really matter. Wait a second, use birdlangs, for example. So this doesn't really matter because we just take the first store. Console log store of birdlangs equals this only matters later when we have the dynamic ones. It really isn't even that important what the I.R. link is, because we just take the first. Yeah, that works. So what is the problem? Here we are in birds. Birds doesn't have an indo. It does have an indo. Label and styles. So it's no, that's actually correct. Yes. Oh no, we are in tricks, by the way. In tricks. And the tricks has a current. Why? It has an indo and an insta object. And it does have a nest and a current. So this is fine. Where's the problem? If store.tricks, I mean, I can remove this for now, but that's not it. No, that's fine. Use tricks. 108, no, 39 still. Oh, what is this? Insta current is undefined. When I do this, and this makes no sense. Why? Why is it undefined? I do not understand this. When does this even get set? Wait, do I have any update in here? No, I don't even have.
Okay, I have. Oh, this is so annoying. This makes no sense to me. I mean, now it says that this is the current. Okay, first the stupid, let's fix this bug because no here. No, that's not it. I need to change this to I.R.L link, by the way. Rename I.R.L link. And rename this also to I.R.L link. Oh, jeez, come on. Wow. Come on. Whatever. Import I.R.L link from slash I.R.L link now. Okay, let's ask Gemini what is going on here. Oh, it's with all. It's with any. But why? First, let me check here. Oh, the problem, oh, maybe it's not even the stores. Ah, yeah, yeah. The Insta is undefined. Ah, okay. Okay, it is probably on down. Insta.current equals ace.current. Annoying bug fixing. Something new with Notebook LM. Let's see if there's been any updates. No, nothing. All right. Anything, Gemini? I think it returns a valid object, right?
Oh no, it does not. Oh, never mind. Oh. So let's. But why? Dot update indo insta equals insta dot current, and then we return. Oh no, it does return a valid object. I'm just stupid. I looked at the wrong console log. That's annoying. I'm lying. So, yeah, but just this. Why does this happen? Okay, while he checks, I can check myself. It's probably. I mean, in the down. Oh no, in the use since. It needs, I mean, it should happen pretty early. Shelf. No, it happens right away, by the way. Wow, this is weird. Okay, let's make a use effect. Why doesn't Gemini reply? Let's make a use effect when this happens. Use effect insta.current also log insta.current of tricks is insta.current. Use effect is not defined. Where? Wow. Nothing works anymore. I have to restart. Wait, did I just smoke? Okay, this stays undefined. What? This, why is this even the very first? Oh no, the very first is this. So, where do I? So before this gets called, okay, I need to restart so Gemini can take a look at it. Annoying. Yeah, I know. All right. Okay, I continue in like half an hour. The stream. I don't want to make a single stream too long, but like in 50 minutes.